Many outrageous things have been said throughout this debate on the way they have referred to people with mental disabilities, on the way that that it has been proposed that we should deal with people with mental disabilities, on the way that the Commission believes that the so-called mentally retarded, which would actually be an equity violation going that way, should be sent to an isolated place instead of assimilating them into society and be treating them as what they call normal people. It's very outrageous, but I'll try to crystallize all of that in a calm way through two main questions. The first one, the clash, not question, but clash is the one about transparency versus privacy. Because the question claims transparency within privacy. Secondly, stigmatization versus treating people differently. Those are two things that we advocate for, contrary on both sides of the bench. So let's go directly to them, and there I will go to the last speech. So first of all, transparency versus privacy. What we said on our extension in the second government is that this type of information that is sensitive, that people value privacy in a certain way. People value privacy on their sexuality. People value their privacy on their experiences in life. People value privacy on their sexual activities, and people value privacy on their health conditions. People value privacy on their mental conditions as well. As we have said, this information that might be of use to the jury at some point, but to trial at some point, is an information that would have not been disclosed to the media in the first place if this person that is accused of being a criminal, this information would have not been leaked by the media. And this person that is not yet a criminal would have not once in the first place that information to be leaked. And there is a backlash that has been proven that takes place. There is a specific harm that I will again repeat, that is a harm we will not eat for the sake of transparency. But even the argument of the opposition that they have talked about transparency really is not a true argument anyway. Because what they said out here is that the jury and the procurement process needs information of mental illness. We agree that usually it's a mitigating factor in many trials. But as they have said, there is a confidentiality agreement. We agree with the last speaker of the opposition. There's a confidentiality agreement where sometimes the doctors can disclose information to the trial. But the fact that information is disclosed to the trial can be very mutually exclusive from the media leaking that information into the public. The public does not need to be the judges of the trial. The people that need to be the judges of the trial are the judges themselves, the ones that need that information, if it was needed anyway. But not the media, not the general public, to catch the attention of a person and stigmatize them because they are have a mental illness. The first governments have talked us about how there can be pressure from the public, how we can assume that this person is guilty. We believe that is because of the extension that we mentioned, but that is because of the social stigma that has taken place. But so we don't see any reason why it should be leaked to the public in the first place. And then the only thing the last speaker also talked about was these results could be used for scientific research. We first of all believe that people should not be used for scientific purposes, unethical, using as lab rats or anything like that. Or even if they proved that it was ethical, we believe that has nothing to do with leaking this information to the public, even if it was true, ethical, and helpful to research on people with Down syndrome and the way they behave on criminal processes. Even in that case, we're totally against that. We're here for privacy as something that we value, especially when people that are the most vulnerable. Because you were talking about, again, people, as we run our extension, that are sensitive, as they consider in your position. And people are quite sensitive when they see themselves portrayed in a certain way, that is patronized. They see themselves as people with Down syndrome are more dangerous. People with schizophrenia are more dangerous, and they are those murderers. Then they can fulfill that prophecy, and they can be, in any case, adopt different parents, or they can be more socially unstable, when actually the psychologists might tell them that they are not actually more propense to be more dangerous. They are a singular person, so actually it is even worse for the treatment of these people. It's a kind of productive thing that we are against. So yes, before the second flash.
We are actually aiming for society to comprehend certain acts by those
right. Okay, so that's the section on the clash. Stigmatization versus treating people differently, right? Because in the very first position you have said, the perception of society is that it's just like that. They're retarded, we're normal people. And then we have to maybe change that perception. But the way that you change perception is not by stigmatizing these people, not by portraying that to draw the attention of the media into people having mental illness. We believe that if the information of any crime prosecution shall be leaked to the public or shall be disclosed. It's about the act itself, it's about what happened, it's about maybe giving the facts, but not generating opinion in the public on the fact that there is a mental condition, because people will realize or will believe that actually because there is a general condition, a mental condition, there is a causation directly into making people be more prone to be dangerous. As the opposition thought, as the opposition said, the opposition believes maybe, because they said that these people are more dangerous, because these people shall be sent into asylums, away from them. We asked them for information. If you would just send people with Down syndrome to an asylum because you believe they're more dangerous, and then the answer was really outrageous when you say that, well, in reality, that they would send them because, yeah, the possibility that they can do crime. We believe that is not the way that you deal with people with mental illnesses. It should rather be with assimilation instead of this stigmatization. And because there are especially very wide impacts, so socially and individually, that affect this individual. The people that are already stigmatized and they're brought to the spotlight, the public spotlight, as people with mental illnesses, will further be recognized. Will be people that might not be given a job because they might be seen as dangerous, that might socially be isolated because they might be seen as dangerous, that they might not be accepted into college because they might be the next Dylan Cable, they might be the next Columbine Massacre people, they might be the next people that killed our students. We should isolate them. We should not have them close to us because they will be the next Bernie guests that will rape our children and they will kill them. So that is a specific harms that will come directly from leaking this information from the media into the public, by bringing these people into the spotlight, not for the fact that they're presumably guilty of committing crime, but for being criminal because they have a mental illness in the first place. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're not talking about people that are criminals. The people with mental illnesses shall not be treated as different people. Of course, they have to be certain attention to them, but on the health sphere, not on the public sphere, not on the public stigmatization, not on the public perception of them. That is something we have to change. We're totally against considering them as retarded. We're totally against bringing their privacy into things.
You guys want to grab your